Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in today. And for everybody who is watching us live, please go ahead and comment in the field where you're viewing us from and your name, and that'll really help out. And so I can see the comments here. And also, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment with us so that we know that you're on. All right, great. And so today, I just want to say, thanks for being here. My name is Molly Oyua, and I'm with Sacred Fire Creative, and I help women business owners make that heart-to-heart connection with their ideal clients through branding, web design, and marketing. And today, I have the honor of being with the Executive Director of OregonSaves, Lisa Massena. And so, did I get that right? Okay. So Lisa, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about OregonSaves. I know that you're coming to our NABO meeting, so I'll talk about that a little bit later. But can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what to expect?
Absolutely. So I'd love to start by giving people a chance to comment, and I will begin by asking, has anyone heard of OregonSaves? So that's my question, and let's see what comes back. While people think about that, I'll just describe the program a little bit and give you a thumbnail. So we have done a little bit of study in Oregon, and it turns out that about half our working population does not have access to a retirement savings plan at work. And we really that don't have access to retirement savings at work, they tend not to save. Like 1 in 15 get it figured out. So those are not good odds. So OregonSaves is basically a retirement savings program that the state is offering with employers as facilitators to people who work in the state but who do not have a plan at work. And I'll keep it really simple and kind of let you direct the next part of the conversation, but we've checked the numbers on that, and it's about 1 million people in Oregon. So I know it's huge. So 4 million people live in the state, and 1.8 million work, and 1 million don't have access.
Okay, so if 1 million people don't have access to retirement plans through their employer, so the state is jumping in and helping people, just everyday workers, to be able to save through this program. So they're kind of acting as kind of a liaison between like something like a PERS or like a pension, or is that something kind of different?
So it actually is a little bit different. It's a number of other states are also doing this innovation. It's a retirement savings program, and think of it like this: if you made a hybrid out of a 401k plan and an IRA, that would be OregonSaves. And the way it works is this: the account type is an IRA, but the governance structure looks like a 401k. And so what that means is it has a program administrator. It has a board that selects and sets the investments for the program. And the state basically looks to see that everybody is doing their job. The role of the employer is to do the payroll deduction. So the way money gets into the program is people save into their own IRA accounts on a payroll deduction basis.
Okay, so it's helpful also because this is a way for employers to be able to offer retirement benefits in a way, because it's very similar to a 401k or like the way it's set up through a bigger company, say. But in this case, it's like you said, it's in between a 401k and an IRA, but it's administered by your department, or
it's administered by the state. So I'll just say one challenge is it's always fun to say I'm from the state and I'm here to help you. But at the same time, what employers are telling us is they want to take care of their employees and they would like to offer retirement plans, but they feel they can't afford it. Okay. And in particular, when you look at small businesses, you can define that. Particular businesses with 50 or fewer employees, oftentimes it's expensive for them. And so with OregonSaves, there's no charge to the employer. The employer does not put money into the program. what the employer does is they facilitate the payroll deduction for employees into the program.
Okay.
So it is pretty limited, but important.
So how is this different than somebody going on their own to save? Are you saying it's just because people just don't do it, and so that's why we need this kind of a program?
So absolutely, Molly, that is one big difference, is that if it's up to me to go figure it out and I have to do it like after I get my paycheck and like, we'll remember to go down and do it, I'm probably not going to do it. There are a couple of other important characteristics of the program. So one, it has some automatic features. So one of the key ones is automatic enrollment. So if you are one of the 600,000 employees who works for an employer who doesn't offer a plan, and your employer is facilitating OregonSaves, you'll be notified, so you'll know it's coming. But then unless you opt out, you will be automatically enrolled in the program. You'll automatically be saving 5% of your pay into an investment called a target date fund or a target retirement fund. Now, there are plenty of choices you can make, and you can opt out. It's totally voluntary. But if you don't do anything, you're already on a good pathway.
Okay, that's great. So all it takes is for the employer to kind of say that they want to be part of this program then. And then all of their employees will automatically be enrolled. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, and so actually now I have to say the M word or the R word, which is employers that do not offer a plan will be required to facilitate the program. Mm-hmm. So there is that. Okay. And so what is important about that, it does a couple of things. It makes sure that coverage will happen for people who work. Mm-hmm. And then the other side of it that's really important is we wanted to be careful about making sure we were not creating a big employer burden. And so through conversations like the one we're going to have next week, and through many leading up to this point, we've had employers work with us to tell us what is the easiest, simplest way we can do this. Mm-hmm. So lots of input have helped us with the design. We're always listening and always learning, so I'm sure we'll continue to find more things. But I can give one example. We were down meeting with the Chamber of Commerce not too long ago, letting them know about the M word or the R word mandate or required, okay. But basically telling them about the program. And they said, okay, stop for a second. So you're telling me our small businesses can offer their employees a retirement program at work and it's not costing them anything. Is that what you're telling us? So we think there's a good benefit, and we are working to make it very easy for employers.
Wow, that is great. So is this a program that, I don't know if you mentioned this already, that happens in a lot of other states, or is this unique to Oregon?
Yeah, so it is not unique to Oregon, although we are the very first to launch, and because we're pioneers around here, you know this, we're all pioneer women. We're proud of it. But anyway, there are 5 other states with legislation passed that allows them to implement. So, or actually 4 other states, California, Illinois, Maryland, Connecticut are all coming online very shortly. And then there are other types of models that some other states are putting in place. So Washington State has done an exchange. They're working to get that launched. It's a little different. Vermont is doing a multiple employer plan, also a little bit different. So Oregon's first, but we are absolutely not alone. Lots of state-based activity going on.
Okay, that's great. And can you tell me a little bit about the criteria? So does an employer need to have like X number of employees, or, how does that work?
So here's the very simple part about how that works is if you don't offer a plan, you will be facilitating at some point. And then we put that facilitation schedule together on a rolling basis because we didn't think it made sense to open the door and say, hey, come in and on in, 1 million people. Didn't think that was going to be comfortable. So this year we're doing 2 pilots, a tiny pilot right now in July, and it's a start and stay pilot. We're doing a larger one in October. And then in November, we'll start with employers that have 100 or more employees. So if you have 100 or more employees, you'll be hearing from us this month, letting you know that this is coming down the pike. If you have 50 or more employees, that starts in July of next year. 20 and more is in January of the following year, then 10 and more, etc.
Okay, that's great. I love that they've really thought about the implementation and that they're rolling it out, gradually. I think that's really important.
One other little note I'll make about that. Those are register by deadlines. Actually, they'll be a little earlier than that. But anyway, just so to give us our little 6-week processing window, they're register by dates. But for employers who want to join early, they can. Okay. So that, in fact, is how we got the pilot participants. Is employers said, "Wait, what are you doing? I want that." Okay. They've been coming to us, letting us know they want in early.
Okay, that's great. I myself definitely pay attention to my finances a lot. I'm a little obsessed with personal finance, so I think this is wonderful that you're doing this for people and that making it really easy for not only for people to save, but for employers to be able to offer something like this to their employees. Okay, so I'm wondering if we can switch gears a little bit and just tell me a little bit more about how you got involved with this. I think it's so wonderful that you're the executive director of this program. I don't know much about you, and I would love to hear more about your story.
Thank you. Well, I'll start this way. I'm not an Oregonian, confession, but I do come from the Northwest. I'm from the big evil Seattle. So anyway, I started my career here in Oregon in 1983. That was how I got from the north to just slightly south, and fell in love with Oregon and everything around it. So I finished my degree here at Portland State. I started my very first job, and my first job happened to be at a brokerage firm, so it was in financial services. And I have stayed in financial services in a variety of roles ever since. I've also moved around a little bit. So about 15 years ago, I was looking for a new thing, and I moved to San Francisco and did a little bit of internet-related investment advisory work back when we were all like, what is this internet thingy?
That's right.
I got recruited away from there to a big Boston-based bank and worked providing investment information to retirement programs and many other sorts of large institutional clients. And I saw this activity going on in Oregon, and 401k plans and other retirement plans over the years. It was like a light bulb. I thought, that makes so much sense. And when the opportunity came to join, I joined up immediately.
Okay, that's great. Wonderful. So Lisa is going to be speaking at NAWBO, which is the National Association of Women Business Owners, our Oregon chapter. And we're meeting at the Multnomah Athletic Club next Monday at 11. That is Monday, let's see, what's the date of that? Monday the 24th.
24th, right.
Yeah, so it's coming up quickly, and if you want to get involved with that, go to the NAWBO, NAWBO, Oregon.org. Here, I'll show the link to it, and you can get some more information. You can click the link, and it'll send you to the sign-up page. And then do you have anything else that you want to add before we wrap up?
I'll just say a little tiny thing, which is I have been a women business owner in the past. I had a small business with a partner. So I've been in your shoes, but I never feel like I've been exactly in anybody's shoes. So we're very interested in sharing information, but also hearing back from folks. What do you think? What do you like about it? So please do join.
Yeah, so, if you are watching this or if you're curious about the Oregon Saves program, please join us as a guest or as a member of NAWBO next Monday. And we'd love to have you join our conversation because we want it to be interactive and we want to be able to learn from each other as much as possible. And so let's see, if you want to read up more about Oregon Saves, you can go to OregonSaves.com. And that's another way you can reach Lisa there. And then if you have any questions for me, you need some help with your design and marketing, you can reach me at sacredfirecreative.com. All right. That's all I have. Do you have anything else, Lisa?
Thank you so much. We're on Facebook too, so look for Oregon Saves on Facebook and you'll see lots of fun photos there.
Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Please share this, press hearts, likes, and definitely comment even if you're watching on the replay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.